Alright, let's let some heat out of this thing. Push the vent open. Nothing's happening. What's wrong? It stopped, but it ain't open. So, time to fix. Okay, I cheated a little bit. I've already been up there and already seen what's broke. I had to order it. This is it. It's the Maxxair vent. It's a lid operator assembly. So this thing is cracked in half or maybe more pieces up there. So ordered that. I got this from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for it. But looking around the interwebs, these things have a ton of problems, so I didn't want to order any unknown Chinesium, so I got the AirXL brand. It appears that it's bad enough that it cracks, and supposedly they fixed that, so I don't know. We'll find out how long this one lasts. Another one lasted 5, almost 6 years, so I guess can't complain. But let's take a look at this. Alright, instructions shows this thing fits a whole bunch of Maxxair fans. I guess a couple major designs. I have this one on my roof also. That's a darn nice vent. If you ever need to replace one, that one, it does everything. But the one that is broke looks like this on the line up there, so it's a good thing to know. If my other one ever breaks, I already know what I need for it, so that I guess makes it easy. Read through these instructions, because there's a couple things on here. I watched a bunch of videos myself on this, and I always do that, try to get several perspectives, and then take a bit from here, a bit from there, and then do it my own way after that. But one thing I don't think I saw, maybe 1 out of 10 folks mention, is this step, and setting up the this transmission before you install it becomes very important. So probably hard to read on the screen. Let me just show you what it says here real quick. Okay, those instructions say turn this knob clockwise until it stops, and if you can see that center piece, that's what turns the bar that lifts the lid, is turning. So I'm turning it, it just stopped. And then it says you want these octagons, you want one of them you want to turn it counterclockwise until one of them is then parallel with the bottom of this. So the first one you come to. So I'm going to turn it counterclockwise just a little bit to about right there, and then now that bottom is parallel. Now this octagon is parallel with the bottom of this, and that makes this transmission in the fully open position, so when you install it you can get to it, and you install it with the lid open, so when you go back inside and push the button you can close the lid. Otherwise it's going to be all out of sync and you might break something again. So again, that's just one simple step in the instructions I didn't see anybody doing, or almost nobody doing, and a couple folks did mention they had to go back and adjust things. Well, that stops you from having to go back and adjust things. Alright, a couple quick tips for getting up and working on the roof. If I'm just going up once, or I'm going up real quick, I'll climb the built-in ladder. But I got this extension, ladder that extends out, and it makes it a lot nicer to get up there, especially if I think I may have to go up or down more than a couple times, and that's a possibility because I don't have nobody to come in here and push the button. So I just lean that up against the regular ladder, and you see I got kind of a giant bread tie thing, for lack of a better description. I just kind of tie it up around the built-in ladder, so it doesn't move or slide around, and it makes it rock solid, and it's a lot easier to climb when you've got a ladder on an angle rather than that straight up and down thing that's built into the fifth wheel. And then my other little trick is I put everything I think I'm going to need in a bucket, and I tie a rope to it. So I just carry the rope up in a hand and get up on the roof, and then once I'm up on the roof, then I just hoist the bucket up with all the goodies. So I got some paper towels in there, I got some Windex to clean some stuff up, I got some rubber seal rejuvenator, I got the part, I got a screwdriver. So I think that's all I need, and you'll see a little bit more of that in the rest of the video. Alright, so clean this up just a bit with the Windex I brought up. And then let's open it up. And you can see it won't even stay up now. And get some light, better light. It's kind of shady and sunny, but I don't know if you can see, this thing is cracked completely in half. So that is our issue right there that we got to repair today. All right, fairly simple to get it off. You just kind of squeeze these things to the side. Get that out of there. Go ahead and take off this little white, wow, the video, yeah. Take off these little white bushings because they're gonna pop off and go flying if you don't. Get the other one off, little white bushing off. And then this lid can just lay back like that, and now we can get to the mechanism. And I don't know, maybe you can not see earlier, but there's that cracked, broken lift mechanism. All right, and then this little gearbox lift motor just unscrews with 2 screws, and there's 2 washers in there. So let's see if I can get them out without dropping them. Be a miracle. There's 1 screw out. Get the washer. It's stuck. But we need it because the other one didn't come with a washer. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for a minute and get this other one out. Alright, of course that one slides right off. And this one won't come off or anything. But once they're loose, we should be able to just lift this out and off. Alright, I know I'm out of screen. I'm trying to grab this washer before I lose it. But you can see this thing is cracked completely in half. Little piece there. Put that in. And kind of wiped off some other stuff with the Windex when it wasn't on camera. I think I'll wipe off that little spot down there. Little squirt. And just clean this up a bit. This did come with the new one. That's the old one. I'll leave it there. See if that cleans up just a little bit anyway. There's a bunch of grease that spilled out of that thing when it broke, I'm sure. I don't think it's necessary that it's all up, but a little bit surely helps. Okay. That's the new little gear piece. I'll try to, I guess I'll put it on there, and let's see, back up a little bit. All right, the next thing the instructions were quite helpful for is, I know it's probably kind of hard to see, but this rod here is an octagon, just like the shape of this little center part of this thing. And you want that positioned again to where that flat bar is facing up, or facing horizontal, I guess is a better terminology, because that's the way that we set this motor. So this motor is going to slip, or not motor, but transmission is going to slip on there we go, and then that drops into the hole. There we go. And now all we got to do is put some screws and our washers back in, and then we can see this bar is in the open position that holds that lid, and that's the way that you do it, so it's set correctly to correctly open and close. So one screw in, and went in, go back and snug it up, go get this other screw and washer and get it in. All right, that's on. We're just going into plastic, so snug, but not overly torqued. All right, that's all in. So now all we got to do is reattach our lid. All right, looking back to the video before I button this up, I don't think I got a very good shot. It was kind of out of screen, but these little bushings just slip onto there, and then this just pops into that. So we bring it down, and then hopefully you can see this, but that just goes up and pops, the other side's holding it. It just pops into there. And then the lid is connected back on. So now I just got to do the other side. And it popped in without the bushing. So let's see. Get the bushing on. And pop it in. All right, so that is back together. And if the operation was successful, all I need to do is go inside now and close the vent. So let me see. I'll leave the camera up here and go inside and close it. All right, that's why it pays to read instructions with the video, because it's one and done. So I just flip my cover back over and put the cotter pins in that hold it down over there, and we are done. So like and subscribe. All kinds of good RV videos on the channel, e-bike videos on the channel, kayak videos on the channel. So if you're into the outdoor stuff, there's probably something for you. And we will see you in the next video.